Alright, boys. Jamie just gave me this really big list of rally moves we're getting when the Loomianity event ends, which is tomorrow, by the way. And some of these moves are kind of wild. But yeah, let's just go over it. Quick, unscripted, very casual video, probably low edits too. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, up first we have Ryan Gosling here, Gondorvale, one of the worst Loomians in the game right now. But yeah, he's giving it Wave Wrecker, Rogue Assault, Barbs, Poison Barbs, Icicle Trap, and Examine. Now, the reason he's giving it Examine is because Double Beat's eventually going to get buffed in base power, but remove the crit effect. So yeah, for your mastery tests. But I think Gondorvale will still be bad, but hey, you can run some funny moves on it. Next up, we got Cosmore, who is getting the moves Dissipate and Fire Slam. Now, with the nerf to Cosmore Surrogate, it's really bad. So Fire Slam, it's not a really good move, but it can hit metals. And yeah, Dissipate will be more useful on the encased and maybe cracked version, but decent moves for Cosmore. Now you may be seeing this, and you may be thinking, well, first, what is that personality? Don't worry about it. And two, yeah, it's getting a rally move. It's getting Dissonant Chord. Now, it's getting this because High-Pitched Screech is actually going to be taken away from it because it's a very, very stupidly scary sweeper, and it doesn't need to be dazing everybody on top of it. So, yeah, that's happening. Up next, we have Pyrelin getting Flare Blast. Volcanic would be really funny. That's all I have to say. Oh yeah, also it's getting its old stats back. It's going to go back up to 119 HP, and then the attack's going to come down again. I don't know what's going to happen with 2.0, but that's what's happening right now. Up next, we have Billaforge, who's also getting Flare Blast, and Crackaloa, who's also getting Flare Blast. So, I mean, it could be funny. I don't... most Billaforges in competitive aren't even running a fire move right now anyway. But you can. And then Crackaloa, I mean... Sure, why not? Up next, we have Deladrix getting Hydroblast, and if you're seeing a theme here, then yeah, you're correct. All of the weather mons are getting their, or weather Loomians are getting their weather moves. So yeah, this is getting Hydroblast, Whippledrift's getting Typhoon, Charonix is getting Phantom Blast, but it's also losing Lightspeed Ray, so no more priority on Mr. Charonix. And then Plasmoth is getting Thunder Blast, but Plasmoth is also going to get Rejuvenate, Dissipate, and Teardown on top of the Thunder Blast. So it's going to be able to slow pivot while also being able to flex its speed tier. It's going to get Recovery, and it's going to get Hazard Removal. Now, I actually think the pre-Evo, the On-Bolt, is going to be better. Or On-Bolt, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it might be better because of Drop of Youth making it more bulky. But we'll see. We'll see. Moving on, we have Duskit, who's getting Pyrokinesis to hit dark types that it's been notoriously walled by. Maybe it can hit Lachette, but I did a calc and it's very pathetic. It makes me very sad. But it's also getting Tribute. So any of the hunters out there that want to insta knock out your Duskits, you finally can, which means I can finally heal at the PC. Up next, we have Tyrex getting Teardown, which it should have always had because it's literally meant for deconstruction, and it's getting Thunder Chomp. Now, Thunder Chomp with Power Draw especially is going to be able to like really chunk something like Luminami, and Stratosaur is also just going to drop off it's going to die. Tyrex can now just straight up Oko Stratosaur, which is really nice. And then we get Infernix with Raging Flame. It's a move. I mean, it's a useful move. I don't know if Infernix will be useful after this, but sure. Now, Mutagon actually has seen one of the biggest fall-offs ever since when it lost Quick Punch. People unbanned it from tournaments, and it has not performed. In my tournament series, which by the way I have signups for my next tournament, which I'll link in the description. It has a 0% win rate. So that's a fun thing. So bulk up, I mean, it's probably going to be more beneficial to tank sets with Body Crash, but it's something. Metronet is getting Gnarly Gash and Cerebral Slash, although I thought it already had Cerebral Slash. But I guess if it doesn't, it does now. Actually, I could just check, right? I could just check. Does it have Cerebral Slash? No, it doesn't. Sick. That might be Rally, but regardless, it's getting melee moves for Soul Burst, Metronet, which is like, sure, whatever, who cares. Up next, oh god, yeah, this is the most controversial one for sure. This update, Daka is getting Venom Slash. Now, Daka has been very much struggling to deal with a lot of plants. Like, yeah, it has wait, actually no, does it have a dark move? Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Hold up, does it have a dark move? Might have one in Rally, but it's always struggled with plants, and so generally people paired it with icicle traps. But now it's getting Venom Slash, which not only hits plants, but also waters, and also brawlers. And, you know, it's, Venom Slash is brute force boosted, and completely uninvested, you can two-shot Lashent, which is the most popular thing in the game right now in terms of tournament usage. That's going to be really scary. Really, the only counterplay at this, at least the only immediate counterplay, let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas, is Dokumori. Dokumori is pretty much all you got right now. But moving on, Daka is scary. But now we're getting Searite with Preemptive Strike, which is like the fake out of this game. So, I mean, one step closer to Incineroar, I guess, with a Terrifying and Preemptive Strike. But moving on, we have another potentially controversial one with Gar Golem getting Gnarly Gash and Rogue Assault. Now, Gar Golem obviously has a high attack stat with the attack form, but it's always kind of fallen short damage-wise. And so Jamie is giving it a 120 base power move. This one could be interesting, or it could be scary, could be bad, but we'll see. Moving on, Moraith is getting the move Impersonate. Now, this could actually be very useful for this guy because he's slow, but he has mixed offenses, and Impersonate gives 50% more damage on the move it's about to copy. So this thing could actually be really, really funny. And not only that, Cosmomillion will also finally have access to the move because it has it in its rally move pool, but it's just nothing's been able to pass it to it. But now it will be able to have it. So, and it's also got mixed offenses, so that could potentially be something. Moving on, we have Glissadia getting Energy Break, just a better Ancient Stab that's not Shrewd Blast and not as, not with a drawback like Draco Beam. Glissadia has seen a fall off after it lost Deep Freeze, and like a major fall off, like almost nobody uses it anymore. So a little bump up in its stab option is nice. Now Shachi is getting Frost Beam, which is like, I mean, Jamie's always wanted to do this, but now Shachi has all of the elemental moves. It has Fire, Ice, Electric. So yeah, that's fun. I think it's like what, Mind, Electric, Ice, Ancient. So Foul Chant, Elemental Burst, Thunderstrike, Frostbeam hits everything in the game neutrally. Like there's nothing that resists all of it. So that's fun. Moving on, Ragoon is getting Preemptive Strike. I know there's somebody in my Discord popping off about it because Preemptive Strike with Burglar sounds really annoying to deal with. So maybe Ragoon could see some niche usage. Up next, we have Snagoop getting Tsunami. Now, this was actually a move Jamie originally planned on like having it release with, but then he toned it back because he was worried about it. And now he's finally giving it to Snagoop after many requests from the community. There are some people worried about it, but I'm more so just interested to see what happens with it. But yeah, up next we have Swolder getting the move Vital Jab, our first rallyable guy with Vital Jab, I believe. Right now it's just Knockout that has it. I don't think Swolder's gonna really rise up in usage, but I think it's a good move overall for Swolder. I'd like to see some other things get it, but we move forward. Especially now that we're moving forward to Buniki, who's getting the move Ferroblast. Buniki has always been walled by plant types, which is ironic because it has Noxious Weeds to make it immune to plant moves. Which is like, oh, cool, you're immune, but now you can't do anything back to them. The most you can do is poison, which to be fair, is a good thing. But now can actually press some damage on them, and specifically Lashent, because Lashent is everywhere. And yeah, Bunnicky can hit it, which is cool. Up next, we have Bar Badger with... Also, wait, I have power cuffs on this thing? Why? Anyway, Bar Badger is getting Earthquake because we needed another Ice type with Ice Earth coverage. You know, it's absolutely necessary that we have that. I mean, Ice, Brawler, Earth, like, yeah, that's a good set of coverage. Yep. Moving on, we have Lyricat. This is actually our last one. Lyricat is getting Discordance, which is a 90 base power bug ranged move. It's sound based, so it'll be boosted by Tone Deaf. This is the move Violana has. This will allow it, I mean, it can hit spirits neutrally now, which is cool, but obviously this is another thing where it's like, oh, hey, hi, Lashent. Hey, you're the most commonly used thing right now. How about take this quad effective move? I think Lyricat's always been something that's a little underrated. Because it has a powerful move kit, you know, Magnify, Hypnotize, and then some powerful moves with like Raging Howl. Discordance, I don't know how much people will use it, but hey, I mean, it has it. It doesn't break the game by having it, so why not? But yeah, that's all of the new rally moves. Let me know your thoughts. I think the Dokudo one is the most worrying, but I will be running a tournament this weekend, like I said earlier, and it will be allowed. So I want people to come out and try out like Venom Slash Dokuda and see how people can deal with it. But yeah, if it turns out that Dokuda is like way too strong with it, we always have the anniversary event coming up that we could get rid of Venom Slash with. So I mean, on the bright side, if it is broken, it won't last too long. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, subscribe or something. But bye.